My name's Zio, and yep, you guessed it, we got us a headline to unpack here. Our girl Yui Hasegawa is back to give us the scoop for the month of October. The fun kicks off October 1st with a new mini-episode. We're seeing more of how our friends are doing in the aftermath of the confrontation with Vile. The real star of the show here is the brand new EX style, which comes in 3 different flavors. You have the Address style, centered around countering and negating enemy attacks. Then you have the Blitz style, centered around combo attacks. And then you have Celeste, which supports downing enemies and meter skills, so this would be good for, say, forces, titers, and bouncers. You level these up with EXP like any other class, up to a maximum of 30. Speaking of leveling, the level cap increases to 110. The Crimson Realm also comes back to Kavaris for 1 week only. Well, you know, FOMO Arigato flip-flop between Lost Central and Belugana Ruins. You'll definitely want to hit this hard because it drops the material needed for the new Terra Trial augment. We're getting some Stia build parts too. And for you Line Strike aficionados, a few of the underutilized cards are getting buffed. A new face option is coming out, and we can also disable things like eyelids and eyelashes. We're also getting some nice quality of life changes here. For starters, it won't be possible to use enhancement materials beyond what we need anymore. Also, a warning message will come up whenever we try to transfer augments that need a pass so we don't use one accidentally. Also, by default, augment capsules are going to be sorted by battle power. We'll also have the option to sort by potency and floor potency. Also, the results window and the loot windows will load up at the same time after a UQ or LTQ. But wait, there's more! A special window will show up whenever you complete a task or title task. A new feature will show an alert whenever you log in and you have items that are about to expire. You'll be able to pull scratch tickets and reward box medals from your storage. This is a huge win right here. You can also open your inventory in the salon, which lets you use fashion tickets. There's also a chat command that lets you disable that unsightly dimensional rift, but only in a photo room. We're starting the month off with a bang here. October 8th kicks off the Halloween event, with Central City, the Rappies, and the Region Mags decked out for the occasion. And of course the XXX shop girls are back, this time it's Yummy. Of course she's got the usual assortment of goodies that you can obtain with seasonal points. This also brings us the new limited time urgent quest, Pale Flame of the Planet Wrecker. The Crimson Realm has engulfed the entirety of Kavaris, and of course we're the ones tasked with investigating. Of course we have new fiends to eradicate in the form of High Grudgeborn and Agni. There's also the limited time quest, Drill, Old Capital Extermination Op. This has you and 11 others playing guard duty for a transport truck in Kavaris. Of course it has the usual limited time titles and tasks. We're also getting the long-awaited return of skill rings. These come in 2 different types, with Type 1 focused on firepower and Type 2 focused on defense. You obtain these as rewards from limited time urgent quests and limited time quests. These effects can be enhanced by using the same rings as materials. October 22nd brings us the new Halloween-themed limited time quest, Sweets Panic. This one has you battling enemies and collecting sweets to exchange for gifts along the way. So that's what's on deck for the month of October. Now we come to everyone's favorite part, the Operation Report. Of course we start off with a letter from the developers. They started off by talking a little about EX styles. This is pretty much a third class apart from one's main class and subclass. They decided to create this system in response to feedback received in response to Mars last year. While some thought the change was refreshing, others would have preferred being able to use their own weapons while cracking off powerful attacks. With the EX style, you can fire off a powerful after blast after using your photon blast. This also gives you a buff based on your style. Another important part of EX styles are trigger attacks. These are follow-up attacks that happen at certain intervals. The names start with A, B, and C, so they can be referred to as such. I imagine if they add more of these in the future, they'll be called D, E, and F. They went on to talk about skill rings, which are a new equipment category just like weapons and armor. You can increase your damage output with rings that support your normal playstyle or maximize your firepower for the situations where big damage is needed. If we have more than one of the same ring, we can use the extras as upgrade materials. They went on to discuss their reasoning for changing some line strike cards. They initially considered nerfing cards, but then realized that nerfing important cards would have a negative impact on the gameplay balance. They came to the conclusion that no single card is strong enough to warrant nerfing, so they're gonna focus on buffing. That's not to say the nerf bat isn't completely off the table in the future. Some emotes show my currently equipped weapon. Can we have an idol which does that? They said they're working on it. Can you make it possible to use chat commands and auto chat that plays character voices? They said that's already possible. You type in /VO and then a number between 1 and 12. Do you have any plans to apply the block list to the lookbook? They said they're working on it. The next headline wave is scheduled for October 28th. We're back to Tuesdays. All in all, this looks really good. Lots of great stuff coming down the pike, especially in the quality of life department. So, what are you looking forward to here the most? You know how much I love chopping it up with you guys in the comment section and on streams. Come on by and hang out sometime. We'd love to have you. Anyway, that's a wrap. I hope you have a blessed day. And remember, to thine own self be true. Until next time, farewell.